Hello, my beautiful people. How are you doing today? Today we are going to have some live stream. We are going to have some interviews. I wonder who we are going to put on the spot today. Da, 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 da. So it's gonna be like this every month. We are going to have a person that I'm going to interview, and then I won't tell them the questions. I'll only ask them the questions on the spot, like when I'm interviewing them on the spot. So this live stream will be raw and uncut, like oh my word. So I'm so excited to have the young chief, to put him on the spot. So without further ado,
Are you scared?
let's
Shoot.
Hi, Jonathan. Are you scared of the question? It's like you are in an interview.
Shoot. Let's go.
All right, let me start shooting. The first question, okay, before we start, I want you to give me 3 words you would use to describe yourself. Like if you have to describe yourself in 3 words, what will you say?
Fearless.
Fearless,
Yeah. Resilience.
resilient, okay?
Cultured.
What? And what?
Cultured.
What does that mean?
Cultured. Like I'm cultured. I'm well cultured. How would I describe it now? How you things around. I take things easy, and I have very good manners. I respect people. I'm very respectful.
I see. Okay. All right. Wow, that I like the last one. I also see that. All right. You say you are a young what? Young chef.
Chief.
What? Chief.
Chief, not chef. Chief, not chef. Yes.
Okay. A young chief. Is that your real name, or why do you name yourself a young chief?
Okay.
Like what is behind
my
it?
My real name is Chief Jonathan, and chiefs in my place, because I'm a traditional chief. Most chiefs in my place are seen to be old. I didn't call myself young chief. That is what the people call me, the young chief. Because based on my age, nobody expects that I will be a chief at this age. But the truth is, I am a chief.
I see.
So
how do people become chief? I'm just wondering, like in your country, how do people become chief?
It's family. Once the family selects you to be the chief of the family and you accept it, it's a responsibility. So the family calls you to become their servant and you choose to be a servant. They just carry the chief name to give you, but guess what? Servant to the family. A chief is actually a servant. A king is a servant to the people. But most people, most rulers, most traditional rulers, they see themselves as a dictator. They don't see themselves as a servant. That's where they get it wrong. When you serve your people, you need to serve your people as a servant. So when your people calls you up to send you to do something for them, you should do it for them without any sentiment, because you're working for your people, not for yourself. That's the kind of thing I believe. That's where I believe it. So I'm a servant of the people. I'm a servant to my people that selected me to be a chief.
Right. Okay. The second question would be, what are the 3 things you are looking for in a partner? Like if you want to date a girl, what are the 3 things that you are looking for in a partner?
3 things.
Yeah.
Physical things or 3 non-physical things. Because 3 things that I look for in a partner physically, because basically what I believe is this. No matter what it is, there's a truth behind behind this thing. Every guy, a guy would come and tell you, I want a God fearing woman. I want this. Definitely. I don't want a God fearing woman,
You
right?
don't want a God-fearing woman.
You do you want a God fearing man?
Yeah, like a
Be
God.
careful,
What?
be careful what you wish for. A God fearing man. Hold on.
All right.
A God fearing man and a God fearing woman.
Mhm.
If a God is scared of a man or a woman, and me, I want to go there. I don't want a God fearing person. Eh? I want the one that fears God, not the one that God fears. I'm fucking your mind up, eh?
Jonathan, please, man.
Be careful what you wish for. But the
Yeah,
truth,
you got me there. True. Okay, the next question will be, what is the most embarrassing thing you ever done in front of someone you like? Something embarrassing you have done in front of someone you like yo.
actually, I farted, which is one. In
What?
front of farted. You know, there are some kind of fart you fart and you do not expect that the thing is going to be that loud, and it just came out loud to level, and you like it out. But I farted.
Oh my word. That's
Yeah, it
that's
was
so
embarrassing.
embarrassing, man. Yo. Did you just keep quiet or you laugh or you say something?
I looked elsewhere.
That was very funny. Okay, the next question would be at what point in a relationship do you think it is time to go public on social media?
In a relationship, at no point at all.
No point at all.
So
Like, do you?
social media is just not the right place to ensure security of a relationship. I'm sorry to say, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
So you keep your relationship private. You don't like go
I'd,
out there
I'd
and share
rather
your
I'd
girlfriend.
rather do that. Yes, I'd rather keep it private. Social media,
Nice.
no,
All
no.
right. All right. The next question is what is the silliest excuse you ever used to get out of a date? Like you were dating this girl and then you want to come out. What excuses do you have to give
You say the worst excuse to get out of a date or relationship.
to get out of the date? Like you were like planning to go for a date and then you like come up with an excuse like to get out.
Work, work, work. Nothing else but work. I have a meeting. I had to travel. I have to basically work. Work.
Oh my word. So you just remember you are having work when you are on the date. Now you remember you have to do something.
Yeah, I have an emergency. Work. I need to attend to an emergency.
Oh my word, that is funny now. All right, let's continue. I don't know why my battery is running out. Okay. We are about to finish. The other one is like, if you could become the number one expert in one niche field, what would it be?
Number one expert in one field.
Yeah. If you have to become an expert in one field, what will it be? What field will it be?
Oof. Okay, not the field I'm in right now, though, but I would love to be number one in conflict resolution. conflict resolution. Now, because I'm a chief, right? I'm a
Mm-hmm.
traditional chief. So because I'm a traditional chief, I would love a scenario whereby every matters brought to my table is given the best kind of attention and the judgment given is accurate. That conflict resolution is one field I would want to be number one at all the time.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's so nice. All right. The other one would be which one is it? Okay. What do you imagine the lives of super rich people are like? You know, some people see rich people and you imagine something when you see a super rich person. What comes to your mind if you see a super rich person?
Nothing. The
Nothing.
super rich, nothing. The super rich person is just like me. Um, the super rich is the same thing as the poorest person. So I see everybody the same. I would see a super rich person as different if the super rich person breathes a different air from me. If the super rich person have a different color of blood as me. If the super rich person doesn't use the toilet like I do.
Yeah.
If the super rich person doesn't pee like I do. If the super rich person does not die. I think I'll see them differently. But guess what? I see everybody the same.
Yeah, they are
Everybody.
the same.
Yeah, that's
I
the way I
used
see it.
I used to think super rich people they don't have problem. Wow. So these people also like poor people, they also have problems. Sometimes they
Yeah.
also need money.
They fall sick. There are things money cannot solve for you. A lot of things money cannot solve for you. Believe me, right? You sometimes you just need somebody to take care of you. Why does the super rich people need someone that is poor to clean for them? Why super rich, you have a Ferrari, you have a Lamborghini, you have everything. But at the end of the day, you still walk on your two legs in your house. You sleep on one side of the bed, no matter how big your mansion is.
Yeah.
So for me, I see everybody the same. Everybody the same.
You see every
Super rich falls sick.
all right. Okay, two more questions before my phone shut down. Okay.
Ah, oh,
Uh the,
thank God.
the yeah. The second question is if someone gave you $1 million right now, what would you spend in it on? Like if somebody gave you $1 million right now, what would you spend it on? Let me just read the other question because the phone that I'm reading from is shutting down, so we know. The last question will be, what is one story you tell that always make people laugh? And then we are done.
Okay. Number one, what I will spend the $1 million on. I
Yeah.
will I will take my mother, right, on a trip to wherever she wants to be.
Wow.
That is what I will do.
You won't spend it like a lot of people will be spending like buying cars, houses, so you prioritize your mother to a trip where she want to be or where she want
Let,
to
let
go.
me let me tell you, right? If you have a mother and your mother
Mhm.
is happy, if I tell you that anytime I do something for my mother and my
Mhm.
mother laughs and smiles from within, right? I am
Mhm.
so fit. Now my father is not there for me to do that for. But when I do it for
Yeah.
my mom, it gives me so much satisfaction. And guess what? With $1 million, I'll get a lot of satisfaction. care of
Yeah.
my mother the right way.
Wow. You really like your mother. Wow, I see.
Yeah, I don't like my mother. I love my mother.
Oh, that's so great. That's so great.